The Caretaker by Harold Pinter.
Sit down.
Thanks.
Just a minute.
Sit down. I see. Yeah. I haven't had a good sit down. I haven't had a proper sit down. God, well, I couldn't tell you.
Here you are.
10 minutes off for a tea break in the middle of the night in a place, and I couldn't even find a seat. Not one. All them Greeks had it. Poles, Greeks, blacks, the lot of them. All them aliens had it. And they had me working there. They had me working. All them blacks had it. Blacks, Greeks, Poles, the lot of them. That's what, doing me out of a seat. Treating me like dirt. When he come at me tonight, I told him.
Take a seat.
Yeah, but what I've got to do first, you see, what I've got to do, I've got to loosen myself up. You see what I mean? I could have got done in down there.
You want to roll yourself one of these?
What? No. I never smoke a cigarette. I'll tell you what, though. I'll have a bit of that tobacco for me pipe, if you like.
Yeah, go on. Take some out of that.
Oh, that's kind of you, mister. Just enough to fill me pipe, that's all. I had a tin only a while ago. It was knocked off. It was knocked off in the Great West Road. Where shall I put this?
I'll take it.
When he come at me tonight, I told him, didn't I? You heard me tell him, didn't you?
I saw him have a go at you.
Go at me, you wouldn't grumble, the filthy skate. An old man like me. I've had dinner with the best.
Yep, saw him have a go at you.
All them toe rags, mate. Got the manners of pigs. I might have been on the road for a few years, but you can take it from me, I'm clean. I kept myself up. That's why I left me wife. Fortnight after I married her. No, not as much as that. No more than a week. I took the lid off a saucepan. You know what was in it? A pile of her underclothing, unwashed. The pan for vegetables, it was, the vegetable pan. That's why I left her, and I haven't seen her since. I've eaten my dinner off the best of plates, but I'm not young any more. God, I remember the days I was as handy as any of them. They didn't take any liberties with me. But I haven't been so well lately. I've had a few attacks. Did you see what happened with that one?
Well, I only got the end of it.
Well, he comes up to me. He parks a bucket of rubbish at me and tells me to take it out the back. It's not my job to take out the bucket. They've got a boy there for taking out the bucket. I wasn't engaged to take out buckets. My job's cleaning the floor, clearing up the tables, doing a bit of washing up. Nothing to do with taking out buckets.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, well, say I had. Even if I was supposed to take out the bucket. Who was this git to come up and give me orders? We got the same standing. He's not my boss. He's nothing superior to me.
What was he, Greek?
No, not him. He was a Scotch. He was a Scotchman. You got an eye off him, did you?
Yep.
I told him what to do with his bucket, didn't I? You heard? Look here, I said. I'm an old man, I said. Where I was brought up, we had some idea how to talk to old people with the proper respect. We was brought up with the right ideas. If I had a few years off of me, I'd break you in half. That was after the governor gave me the bullet. Making too much commotion, he says. Commotion, me? Look here, I said to him, I've got my rights. I told him that. I might have been on the road, but nobody's got more rights than I have. Let's have a bit of fair play, I said. Anyway, he gave me the bullet. That's the sort of place. If you hadn't come out and stopped that Scotch git, I'd be inside the hospital now. I'd have cracked my head on that pavement if he'd have landed. I'll get him. One night I'll get him, when I find myself around that direction. I wouldn't mind so much, but I left all my belongings in that place, in the back room there. All of 'em, the lot there was, you see, in this bag. Every lousy, blasted bit of all me bleeding belongings I left down there now. In the rush of it. I bet he's having a poke around in it now at this very moment.
I'll pop down sometime and pick them up for you.
Anyway, I'm obliged for you to let me have a bit of a rest like for a few minutes. This your room?
Yep.
Got a good bit of stuff here.
Oh, yep.
Must be worth a few bob, this put all together. There's enough of it.
There's a good bit of it, all right.
You sleep here, do you?
Yep.
What, in that?
Yep.
Yeah, well, you'd be well out of the draught there.
You don't get much wind.
No, you'd be well out of it. Different when you're kipping out.
Well, it would be.
Nothing but wind then.
Yeah, when the wind gets up, it,
Yeah.
yeah.
Gets very draughty.
Yeah.
I'm very sensitive to it.
Oh, yeah?
Always have been. You got any more rooms then, have you?
Where?
I mean along the landing there, up the landing there.
Oh, they're out of commission.
Get away.
They need a lot of doing to.
What about downstairs?
Oh, that's all closed up. Needs seeing to. The floors.
I was lucky you come into that caff. I might have been done by that Scotch git. I've been left for dead more than once. I noticed that there was someone living in the house next door.
What?
I noticed.
Oh, yeah, there's people living all along the road.
Yeah, I noticed the curtains pulled down there next door as we come along.
They're neighbours.
This your house then, is it?
Oh, I'm in charge.
You the landlord, are you? Yeah, I noticed them heavy curtains pulled across next door as we come along. I noticed them big heavy curtains right across the window down there. I thought there must be someone living there.
Family of Indians live there.
Blacks?
Well, I don't see much of them.
Oh, blacks, eh? Well, you got some knick-knacks here, all right, I'll say that. I don't like a bare room. I tell you what, mate, you haven't got a spare pair of shoes.
Shoes?
Them bastards at the monastery let me down again.
Where?
Down at Luton. Monastery down at Luton. I've got a mate at Shepherd's Bush, you see.
I might have a pair.
I've got this mate at Shepherd's Bush. In the convenience. Well, he was in the convenience. He run about the best convenience they had. Run about the best one. Always slipped me a bit of soap any time I went in there. Very good soap. They have to have the best soap. I was never without a piece of soap. Whenever I happened to be knocking about the Shepherd's Bush area.
Here's a pair of brown.
He's gone now. He's went. He was the one who put me on to this monastery just the other side of Luton. He'd heard that they give away shoes.
Well, you've got to have a good pair of shoes.
Shoes? Oh, shoes. It's the life and death to me. I had to go all the way to Luton in these.
What happened when you got there, then?
I used to know a bootmaker in Acton. Guy, he was a good mate to me. You know what that bastard monk said to me? How many more blacks you got around here, then?
What?
You got any more blacks around here?
See if these are any good.
You know what that bastard monk said to me? No, I think those would be a bit small.
Would they?
No, don't look the right size.
Not bad trim.
Oh, I can't wear shoes that don't fit, nothing worse. I said to this monk here, I said, "Look here, mister." He opened the door, big door, he opened it. "Look here, mister," I said. "I come all the way down here. Look," I said, I showed him these. I said, "You haven't got a pair of shoes, have you? A pair of shoes?" I said, "Enough to keep me on me way." "Look at these, they're nearly out," I said. "They're no good to me. I heard you've got a stock of shoes here." "Piss off," he said to me. "Now, look here," I said, "I'm an old man. You can't talk to me like that. I don't care who you are. If you don't piss off, he says, I'll kick you all the way to the gate. Now look here, I said. Now wait a minute. All I'm asking for is a pair of shoes. You don't want to start taking liberties with me. It's taken me 3 days to get here, I said to him. 3 days without a bleeding bite. I'm worth a bite to eat, ain't I? Get out to the kitchen, he says. Get out round the corner. When you've had your meal, piss off out of it. I went round to this kitchen, see? Meal, they give me a bird, I tell you. A little bird, a tiny little bird. He could have had it in under 2 minutes. Right, they said to me, you've had your meal, get off out of it. Meal, I said, what do you think I am, a dog? Nothing better than a dog. What do you think I am, a wild animal? What about them shoes I come all the way here to get? I heard you was giving them away. I've got a good mind to report you to your mother superior. One of them, an Irish hooligan, he come at me. I cleared out. I took a shortcut to Watford and picked up a pair there. Got onto the North Circular just past Hendon. The sole come off, right where I was walking. Lucky I had me old ones wrapped up, still carrying them. Otherwise, I'd have been finished, mate. So I've had to stay with these, you see. They're gone. They're no good. All the good's gone out of them.
Try these.
Not a bad pair of shoes. They're strong all right. Not a bad shape of shoe. This leather's hardy, isn't it? Very hardy. Some bloke tried to flog me some suede the other day. I wouldn't wear them. You can't beat leather for wear. Suede goes off. It creases. It stains for life in 5 minutes. You can't beat leather. Yep. Good shoe, this.
Good.
Don't fit, though.
Oh?
No. I've got a very broad foot. These are too pointed, you see.
Ah.
Now, they've crippled me in a week. I mean, these ones I got on, they're no good, but at least they're comfortable. Not much cop, but I mean, they don't hurt. Thanks anyway, mister.
I'll see what I can look out for you.
Good luck. I can't go on like this, can't get from one place to another. And I'll have to be moving about, you see, trying to get fixed up.
Where are you going to?
Well, I've got 1 or 2 things in mind. I'm waiting for the weather to break.
Would you like to sleep here?
Yeah?
You can sleep here if you like.
Yeah? Oh, I don't know about that. How long for?
Until you get yourself fixed up.
Oh, well, that...
Get yourself sorted out.
Oh, well, I'll be fixed up. I'll be fixed up pretty soon now. Where would I sleep?
Well, here, the other rooms would be no good to you.
Yeah? Yeah, where?
Well, there's a bed behind all that.
Oh, I see. Oh, well, that's handy. Well, that's... I'll tell you what, I might do that. Oh, just till I get myself sorted out. You've got enough furniture here.
I picked it up, just been keeping it here for the time being. Thought it might come in handy.
This gas stove work, do it?
No,
What do you do for a cup of tea?
nothing.
That's a bit rough. You building something?
I might build a shed out the back.
Oh, a carpenter, eh? Got a lawn?
Have a look.
Looks a bit thick.
Oh, overgrown.
What's that, a pond?
Yes.
You got fish?
No, there isn't anything in there.
Where are you going to put your shed?
I'll have to clear the garden first.
Oh, you'd need a bloody tractor, mate.
I'll get it done.
Carpentry, eh?
I like working with my hands.
What's this thing?
That's a Buddha.
Get on.
Yeah, I quite liked it. I picked it up in a shop. Looked quite nice to me. I don't know why. What do you think of these Buddhas?
Oh, they're all right, aren't they?
Yeah, I was pleased to get hold of this one. It's very well made.
Is the bed here, is it?
We'll get rid of all that. The ladder will fit under the bed.
What about this?
I think that'll fit under here as well.
Oh, wait, I'll give you a hand. God, it's a bloody ton weight, isn't it?
Under here?
This in use at all, then?
No, I'll be getting rid of it here. There's a lavatory down the landing. It's got a sink in there. We can put this stuff over there.
You don't share it, do you?
What?
I mean, you don't share the toilet with them blacks, do you?
They live next door.
Yeah, but they don't come in. Because, you know, I mean, fair's fair.
You see a blue case?
Blue case? Oh, down here, look, by the carpet. That's a nice sheet.
The blanket will be a bit dusty.
Oh, don't worry about that.
Well, how are you off for money?
Oh, well, now, mister, if you want the truth, I'm a bit short.
Well, here's a few bob.
Oh, thank you, thank you, good luck. I just happened to find myself a bit short. You see, I got nothing for all that week's work I did last week. That's the position, that's what it is.
I went to the pub the other day. Ordered a Guinness. They gave it to me in a thick mug. I sat down, but I couldn't drink it. I can't drink Guinness from a thick mug. I only like it out of a thin glass. I had a few sips, but I couldn't finish it.
If only the bleeding weather would break, then I'd be able to get down to Sidcup.
Sidcup?
The weather's so blasted bloody awful, how can I get down to Sidcup in these shoes?
Why do you want to get down to Sidcup?
I got me papers there.
You what?
I got me papers there.
What are they doing in Sidcup?
A man I know has got 'em. I left 'em with him. You see, they prove who I am. I can't move without them papers. They tell you who I am. You see, I'm stuck without them.
Why's that?
Well, you see, what it is, you see, I changed my name years ago. I'm going around under an assumed name. That's not my real name.
What name you been going under?
Jenkins, Bernard Jenkins. That's my name. That's the name I'm known anyway. But it's no good me going on with that name. I've got no rights. I've got an insurance card here under the name of Jenkins. See, but Bernard Jenkins. Look, it's got 4 stamps on it. 4 of them. But I can't go along with these. That's not my real name. They'd find out. God, they'd have me in the nick. 4 stamps. I haven't paid out pennies. I've paid out pounds. I've paid out pounds, not pennies. There's been other stamps, plenty, but they haven't put 'em on the nigs. I never had enough time to go into it.
They should have stamped your card.
Oh, it wouldn't have done no good. I'd have got nothing anyway. That's not me real name. If I take that card along, I'll go in the nick.
What's your real name then?
Davis. Mac Davis. That was before I changed my name.
Looks as though you want to sort that out.
Oh, if only I could get down to Sidcup. I've been waiting for the weather to break. He's got my papers, this man I left 'em with. It's got it all down there. I could prove everything.
How long's he had them?
What?
How long's he had them?
Oh, must be, was in the war. Must be, about near on 15 year ago.
Any time you want to, just get into bed. Just get in. Don't worry about me.
Oh, well, I think I will. I'm a bit done in. Shall I put these trousers on here?
Yeah.
I see you've got a bucket up here.
Leak.
Well, I'll try your bed then. You getting in?
I'm mending this plug.
You can't move this then?
Bit heavy.
Oh, yeah. Oh, not bad. A fair bed. I think I'll sleep in this.
I'll have to fix a proper shade on that bulb. The light's a bit glaring.
Oh, don't you worry about that, mister. Don't you worry about that. What? What's this? What's this? What's this?
It's all right.
What's this?
It's all right.
Oh, yeah.
Sleep well?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Dead out. I must have been dead out.
You,
Huh?
You were dreaming or something?
Dreaming?
Yeah.
I don't dream. I've never dreamed.
No, nor have I.
Nor me. Why'd you ask me that then?
Well, you were making noises.
Who was?
You were.
Now, wait a minute. What do you mean? What kind of noises?
Well, you were making groans. You were jabbering.
Jabbering me?
Yeah.
I don't jabber, man. Nobody ever told me that before. What would I be jabbering about?
Well, I don't know.
I mean, where's the sense in it? Nobody ever told me that before. You got hold of the wrong bloke, mate.
No, you woke me. You woke me up. I thought you might have been dreaming.
I wasn't dreaming. I never had a dream in my life.
Maybe it was the bed.
Nothing wrong with this bed.
Might be a bit unfamiliar.
There's nothing unfamiliar about me with beds. I slept in beds. I don't make noises just because I sleep in a bed. I slept in plenty of beds. I tell you what, maybe it were them blacks.
What?
Them noises.
What blacks?
Them you got next door. Maybe it were them blacks making noises coming up through the walls. That's my opinion. Where you going? You going out?
Yep.
Well, wait a minute then. Just a minute.
What are you doing?
I better come with you.
Why?
Well, I better come with you. I better come out with you anyway.
Why?
Well, don't you want me to go out?
What for?
I mean, when you're out. Don't you want me to get out when you're out?
You don't have to go out.
I mean, I can stay here.
Do what you like. You don't have to come out just 'cause I'm going out.
You don't mind me staying here?
I've got a couple of keys. This door and the front door.
Oh, thanks very much. The best of luck.
I think I'll take a stroll down the road. A little kind of shop. A man down there's got a jigsaw I saw the other day. I quite like the look of it.
A jigsaw, mate?
Yeah, could be very useful.
Oh, yeah. Well, what's that then, exactly then?
Jigsaw? Well, it comes from the same family as a fret saw. But it's an appliance, you see. You can fix it onto a portable drill.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, they're very handy.
Yeah, they are. You know, I was sitting in a cafe the other day. I happened to be sitting at the same table as this woman. We started to pick up a bit of a conversation. I don't know, about her holiday. It was where she'd been. She'd been down the south coast. I can't remember where though. Anyway, we were just sitting there having this bit of a conversation. And then she suddenly put her hand over mine. And she said, "How would you like me to have a look at your body?"
Get out of it.
Yeah. To come out with it just like that in the middle of this conversation struck me as a bit odd.
They've said the same thing to me.
Have they?
Women? God, there's many a time they've come up to me and asked me more or less the same question.
What did you say your name was?
Bernard Jenkins is my assumed one.
No, your other one.
Davis, Mac Davis.
Oh. Welsh, are you?
Eh?
You Welsh?
Well, I've been around, you know. What I mean, I've been about.
Where were you born then?
What do you mean?
Well, where were you born?
I was, it's a bit hard, like, to set your mind back. See, what I mean, going back, a good way, I lost a bit of track, like, you know.
See this plug? Switch it on here if you like. This little fire.
Right, mister.
Just plug it in here.
Right, mister. What do I do?
Just switch it on, that's all, the fire will come on.
I tell you what, I won't bother about it.
No trouble.
No, I don't go in for them things much.
Should work. Right.
Hey, I was going to ask you, mister, what about this stove? I mean, do you think it's going to be letting out any... what do you think?
It's not connected.
You see, the trouble is, it's right on top of me bed, you see. What I've got to watch is nudging one of them gas taps with me elbow when I get up. You get me meaning?
There's nothing to worry about.
No. Look, don't worry about it. All I'll do, I'll keep an eye on these taps every now and again, like you see they're switched off. You leave it to me.
I don't think...
Hey, mister, just one thing. Hey, you couldn't slip me a couple of bob for a cup of tea, just, could you?
I gave you a few bob last night.
Oh, so you did, yeah, so you did. Oh, I forgot. Went clean out of me mind. That's right. Thank you, mister. Listen, you're sure now? You're sure you don't mind me staying here? I mean, I'm not the sort of man who wants to take any liberties.
No, that's all right.
I might get down to Wembley later on in the day.
Uh-huh.
There's a cafe down there, you see. They might be able to get fixed up there. I was there, see? I know they were a bit short-handed. They might be in the need of staff.
When was that?
Well, that was near on, that'll be a little while ago now. But of course, what it is, they can't find the right kind of people in these places. What they want to do, they're trying to do away with these foreigners you see in catering. They want an Englishman to pour their tea. That's what they want. That's what they're crying out for. It's only common sense, isn't it? Oh, I've got all that underway. That's what I'll be doing. If only I could get down there.
Well, I'll be seeing you then.
Yep, right. Not a bad pair of shoes. Bit pointed. Screws. Paint. What's he going to paint? Oh, I'll have to find out about that. Cool, he's got some bleeding stuff here. Full of stuff. Oh, look at all this. What's he got all those papers for, damn pile of papers? Hold it. What's he got all these papers for? You had a sheet and a pillow ready in here. Oh, God, nothing. Still lying asleep, though. I don't make no noises. What's this? Locked. Must be something in it. Oh, blimey,
What's the game? Well,
Nothing.
what's your name?
I don't know you. I don't know who you are.
Eh?
Jenkins.
Jenkins.
Yeah.
Jenkins. You sleep here last night?
Yeah.
Sleep well?
Oh, yeah.
I'm awfully glad. It's awfully nice to meet you. What did you say your name was?
Jenkins.
I beg your pardon?
Jenkins.
Jenkins. You know, you remind me of my uncle's brother. He was always on the move, that man, never without his passport. Had an eye for the girls, very much your build. Bit of an athlete, long jump specialist. He had a habit of demonstrating different run-ups in the drawing room round about Christmas time. Had a penchant for nuts, that's what it was, nothing else but a penchant. Couldn't eat enough of them. Peanuts, walnuts, Brazil nuts, monkey nuts, wouldn't touch a piece of fruitcake. Had a marvellous stopwatch, picked it up in Hong Kong, the day after they chucked him out of the Salvation Army. Used to go in number 4 for Beckenham Reserves. That was before he got his gold medal. Had a funny habit of carrying his fiddle on his back, like a papoose. I think there was a bit of Red Indian to him. To be honest, I've never made out how he came to be my uncle's brother. I've often thought that maybe it was the other way round. I mean, that my uncle was his brother and he was my uncle. But I never called him uncle. As a matter of fact, I called him Sid. My mother called him Sid too. It was a funny business. Your spitting image, he was. Married a Chinaman and went to Jamaica. I hope you slept well last night.
Listen, I don't know who
What
you
bed
are.
you sleep in?
Now look here.
Eh?
That one.
Not the other one.
No.
Choosy. How do you like my room?
Your room?
Yeah.
This ain't your room. I don't know who you are. I ain't never seen you before.
You know, believe it or not, you've got a funny kind of resemblance to a bloke I once knew in Shoreditch. Well, actually, he lived in Aldgate. I was staying with a cousin in Camden Town. This chap used to have a pitch in Finsbury Park, just by the bus depot. When I got to know him, I found out he was brought up in Putney. Didn't make any difference to me. I know quite a few people who were born in Putney. Even if they weren't born in Putney, they was born in Fulham. The only trouble was he wasn't born in Putney. He was only brought up in Putney. Turned out he was born in the Caledonian Road, just before you get to the Nag's Head. His old mum was still living at the Angel. All the buses passed right by her door. She could get a 38, a 581, a 30, or a 38A. Take her down the Essex Road to Dalston Junction in next to no time. Well, of course, if she got the 30, he'd take her up Upper Street way, round by Ivory Corner and down to St Paul's Church. But she'd still get to Dalston Junction just the same in the end. I used to leave my bike in her garden on my way to work. Yes, it was a curious affair. Dead spit of you he was, bit bigger round the nose, but there was nothing in it. Did you sleep here last night?
Yeah.
Sleep well?
Yes.
Did you have to get up in the night?
No.
What's your name?
Now look here.
What?
Jenkins.
Jenkins. Sleep here last night?
Yeah.
How'd you sleep?
I slept.
Sleep well?
But now look.
Which bed?
That bit.
Not the other?
No.
Choosy. Choosy. What sort of sleep do you have in that bed?
All right.
You weren't uncomfortable?
All right.
You're a foreigner?
No.
Born and bred in the British Isles?
I was.
What did they teach you? How'd you like my bed? Yeah, that's my bed. You want to mind you don't catch a draft.
From the bed?
No, now, up your arse. You intend to settle down here, then?
Give me me trousers, then.
You settling down for a long stay?
Give me me bloody trousers.
Why, where you going?
Give me and I'm going
You
to
know.
Sidcup.
You remind me of a bloke I bumped into once, just the other side of the Guildford bypass.
I was brought here.
Pardon?
I was brought here.
Brought here? Who brought you here?
Man who lives here, he...
Fibber.
I was brought here. Last night. Met him in a caff. I was working. I got the bullet. I was working there. Bloke saved me from a punch-up. Brought me here. Brought me right here.
I'm afraid you're a born fibber, ain't you? You're speaking to the owner. This is my room. You're standing in my house.
It is. He's seen me all right. He...
That's my bed.
Well, what about that, then?
That's my mother's bed.
Well, she wasn't in it last night.
Now, don't get perky, son. Don't get perky. Keep your hands off my old mum.
Don't
Get out of your depth, friend. Don't start taking liberties with my old mother. Let's have a bit of respect.
I got respect. You won't find anyone with more respect.
Well, stop telling me all these fibs.
Now listen to me. I never seen you before, have I?
Never seen my mother either before, I suppose. I think I'm coming to the conclusion that you're an old rogue. You're nothing but an old scoundrel.
Now wait.
Listen, son. Listen, sonny. You stink.
You ain't got no right.
You're stinking the place out. You're an old robber. There's no getting away from it. You're an old skate. You don't belong in a nice place like this. You're an old barbarian. Honest, you got no business wandering about in an unfurnished flat. I could charge £7 a week for this if I wanted to. Get a taker tomorrow. $350 a year, exclusive, no argument. I mean, if that sort of money's in your range, don't be afraid to say so. Here you are, furniture and fittings. I'll take 400 or the nearest offer. Rateable value, 90 quid for the annum. You can reckon water, heating and lighting at close on 50. That'll cost you 890 if you're all that keen. Say the word and I'll have my solicitors draft you the contract. Otherwise, I've got a van outside. I can run you to the police station in 5 minutes. Have you in for trespassing, loitering with intent, daylight robbery, filching, thieving and stinking the place out. What do you say? Unless you're really keen on a straightforward purchase, of course. I'll get my brother to decorate it up for you first. I've got a brother who's a #1 decorator. He'll decorate it up for you. If you want more space, there's 4 more rooms along the landing ready to go. Bathroom, living room, bedroom and nursery. You can have this as your study. This brother I mentioned, he's just about to start on the other rooms. Yeah, just about to start. So what'd you say? 800 odd for this room or 3,000 down for the whole upper story? On the other hand, if you prefer to approach it in the long-term way, I know an insurance firm in West Ham. Be pleased to handle the deal for you. No strings attached. Open and above board, untarnished record, 20% interest, 50% deposit, down payment, back payments, family allowance, bonus schemes, remission of term for good behaviour, 6 months lease, yearly examination of the relevant archives, tea laid on, disposal of shares, benefit extension, compensation on cessation, comprehensive indemnity against riot, civil commotion, labour disturbances, storm, tempest, thunderbolt, larceny or cattle, all subject to daily check and double check. Of course, we'd need a signed declaration from your personal medical attendant as to the assurance that you possess the requisite fitness to carry the can, won't we? Who do you bank with? You still got that leak?
Yep. It's coming from the roof.
From the roof, eh?
Yep. I'll have to tar it over.
You're going to tar over it?
Yep.
What?
The cracks.
You'll be tarring over the cracks on the roof then?
Yep.
Think that'll do it?
It'll do it for the time being.
What do you do when the bucket's full?
Empty it.
I was telling my friend you were about to start decorating the other rooms.
Yep. I've got your bag.
Oh, thanks, mister. Thanks. They give it to you then, did they?
What's this?
Give it us, that's my bag.
I've seen this bag
That's
before.
my bag.
This bag's very familiar.
What do you mean?
Where'd you get it?
Scrub it.
That's mine.
Whose?
It's mine. Tell him it's mine.
This your bag?
Give it me.
Give it to him.
What? Give him what?
That bloody bag.
What bag? What bag?
Now, look here.
Where you going?
I'm gonna get me old...
Watch your step, sonny. You're knocking at the door when no one's home. Don't push it too hard. You come busting into a private house, laying your hands on anything you can lay your hands on. Don't overstep the mark, sonny.
You thieving bastard. You thieving skate. You let me get my hands on...
Here you are. How did you get on in Wembley?
I didn't get down there. No, I couldn't make it.
I had a bit of bad luck with that jigsaw. When I got there, it'd gone.
Who was that fella?
He's my brother.
Is he? He's a bit of a joker, isn't he?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. He's a real joker.
Well, he's got a sense of humour.
Yeah, I noticed. He's a real joker, lad. You can see that.
Yes, he tends to see the funny side of things.
Well, he's got a sense of humour, hasn't he?
Yep.
Yeah, you could tell that. I could tell the first time I saw him, he had his own way of looking at things.
I'm supposed to be doing the upper part of the house for him.
What you mean? You mean it's his house?
Yeah, I'm supposed to be decorating this landing for him. Yeah, make a flat out of it.
What does he do then?
He's in the building trade. He's got his own van.
He don't live here, do he?
Once I get that shed up outside, well, I'll be able to get a bit more through the flat, you see. Perhaps I can knock up one or two things for it. I can work with my hands, you see. That's one thing I can do. I never knew I could, but I can do all sorts of things now with my hands. You know, manual things. When I get the shed up there, I'll have a workshop, you see. I could do a bit of woodwork, simple woodwork to start with, working with good wood. Of course, there's lots to be done to this place. That's what I think, though. I think I'll put a partition in one of the rooms along the landing. I think it'll take it, you know. They've got these screens, you know, oriental. They break up the room, make it into two parts. I could either do that, or I could have a partition. I could knock them up, you see, if I had a workshop. Anyway, I think I've decided on the partition.
Hey, look here, I've been thinking. This ain't my bag.
Oh, no.
No, this ain't my bag. My bag, it was another kind of bag altogether, you see. I know what they've done. What they've done, they kept my bag and they've given you another one altogether.
No, what happened was someone had gone off with your bag.
That's what I said.
Anyway, I picked up that bag somewhere else. It's got a few pieces of clothes in it too. He let me have the whole lot, cheap.
Any shoes? Check.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I know about these sort of shirts, you see. Shirts like these, they don't go far in the wintertime. I mean, that's one thing I know for a fact. Now, what I need is a kind of shirt with stripes. A good, solid shirt with stripes going down. That's what I want. What's this?
It's a smoking jacket.
A smoking jacket? God, this ain't a bad piece of cloth. I'll see how it fits. You ain't got a mirror here, have you?
I don't think I have.
Well, it don't fit too bad. How do you think it looks?
Looks all right.
Well, I won't say no to this then. No, I won't say no to this.
You could be caretaker here if you liked.
What?
You could look after the place if you liked. You know, the stairs, the landing, the front steps, keep an eye on it, polish the bells.
Bells?
I'll be fixing a few down by the front door, brass.
Caretaking, eh?
Yeah.
Well, I never done caretaking before, you know. I mean to say what I mean to say is, I never been a caretaker before.
How do you feel about being one then?
Well, I reckon, I'd have to know, you know...
what sort of...
Yeah, what sort of, you know...
Well, I mean...
I'd have to...
I could tell you...
That's it, you see, you get my meaning.
When the time comes...
I mean, that's what I'm getting at, you see.
More or less exactly what you...
That's right. What I mean to say is what I'm getting is what sort of jobs?
Well, there's things like the stairs and the bells.
But it'd be a matter, wouldn't it? It'd be a matter of a broom, innit?
Oh, yes, of course. You need a few brushes.
You'd need implements, you see. You'd need a good few implements.
You could wear this if you liked.
Well, that's nice, isn't it?
It'll keep the dust off.
Yeah, keep the dust off, all right. Well off. Thanks very much, mister.
You see, what we could do, I could fit a bell at the bottom outside the front door with Caretaker on it. And you could answer any queries. I don't know about that. Why not?
Well, I mean, you don't know who might come up them front steps, do you? I've got to be very careful.
Why, someone after you?
After me? Well, yeah, I could have that Scotch git coming up and looking after me, couldn't I? All I'd do, I'd hear the bell, I'd go down there, I'd open the door, who might be there? Any Harry might be there. I could be buggered as easy as that, man. I might be there after they might be there after my card. I mean, look at it, here I am. I only got 4 stamps on this bleeding card. Here it is, look, 4 stamps. That's all I got. I ain't got any more. That's all I got. They ring the bell called Caretaker. They'd have me in, that's what they'd do. I wouldn't stand a chance. Of course, I've got plenty of other cards lying about, but they don't know that. And I can't tell them, can I? Because then they'd find out that I was only going under an assumed name. You see, the name I call myself now, that's not my real name. My real name's not the one I'm used to, you see. It's different, you see. The name I now go under ain't my real name. It's assumed. What's this? What's the matter with this damn light? God, don't tell me the damn light's gone now. God, what do I do? The damn light's gone now. I can't see a thing. What do I do now? Oh, God, what's that? Give me a light, give me a light. Wait a minute. God, blimey, where's the bloody box? Where's the bloody box? What's that? What? Who's that? What's that? Where's my box? It was down here. Who's this? Who's moving it? Now come on, who's this? Who's got my box? Who's in here? I've got a knife. I'm ready. Come on then, who are you? All right? Huh? Get away! Get away from me! Get away! I'm ready for you. I'm here.
I was just doing some spring cleaning. There used to be a wall plug for this Electrolux, but it doesn't work. I had to fit it in the light socket. How do you think the place is looking? I gave it a good going over. You see, we take it in turns. Once a fortnight, my brother and me, to give the place a thorough going over. I was working late tonight, I only just got here. But I thought I'd better get on with it, as it's my turn. It's not that I actually live here, I don't. As a matter of fact, I live somewhere else. But after all, I'm responsible for the upkeep of the premises, aren't I? Can't help being house proud. What are you waving that about for?
You come near me and...
I'm sorry if I gave you a start, but I had you in mind too, you know. I mean, my brother's guest. We've got to think of your comfort, haven't we? Don't want the dust to get up your nose. How long are you thinking of staying here, by the way? As a matter of fact, I was going to suggest that we lower your rent. Make it just a nominal sum. I mean, until you get fixed up. Just nominal, that's all. Still, if you're going to be spiky, I'll have to reconsider the whole proposition. You're not thinking of doing any violence on me, are you? You're not the violent sort, are you?
I keep myself to myself, mate. But if anyone starts with me now, they know what they got coming.
I can well believe that.
You do? Yeah, I've been all over, see? You understand my meaning? I don't mind a bit of a joke now and then, but anyone will tell you that no one starts anything with me.
I get what you mean,
I can be pushed so far, but...
And no further.
That's it. What are you doing?
No, I just wanted to say that I'm very impressed by that.
Eh?
I'm very impressed what you just said. That's very impressive, that is. Well, I'm impressed anyway.
Yeah, well, you know what I'm talking about then.
Yeah, I know. I think we understand one another.
No, well, I tell you, I'd like to think that. You've been playing me about, you know. I don't know why. I never done you no harm.
No, you know what it was? We just got off on the wrong foot. That's all it was.
Yeah, we did.
Like a sandwich?
What?
Have one of these.
Don't you pull anything?
No, you're still not understanding me. I can't help being interested in any friend of my brother's. I mean, you are my brother's friend, aren't you?
Well, I wouldn't put it as far as that.
Don't you find him friendly then?
Well, I wouldn't say we was all that friends. I mean, he done me no harm, but I wouldn't say he was any particular friend of mine. What's in the sandwich then?
Cheese.
Oh, that'll do me.
Well, take one.
Thank you, mister.
I'm sorry to hear my brother's not very friendly.
Oh, he's friendly. He's friendly. I didn't say he wasn't.
Salt?
No, thanks. I just can't exactly make him out.
I forgot the pepper.
Just can't get the hang of him, that's all.
Had a bit of beetroot somewhere. Must have mislaid it. Listen, can I ask your advice? I mean, you're a man of the world. Can I ask your advice about something?
You go right ahead.
Well, what it is, you see, I'm a bit worried about my brother.
Your brother?
Yeah, you see, his trouble is...
What?
Well, it's not a very nice thing to say.
No, go on now, you say it.
He doesn't like work.
Go on.
No, he just doesn't like work. That's his trouble.
Is that a fact?
It's a terrible thing to have to say about your own brother.
Oh, yeah.
He's just shy of it.
I know that sort.
You know the type.
Oh, I've met them.
I mean, I want to get him out in the world.
Stands to reason, man.
If you've got an older brother, you want to push him on. You want to see him make his way. Can't have him idle. He'd only doing himself harm. That's what I say.
Yeah.
But he won't buckle down to the job.
He don't like work.
Work shy.
Sounds like it to me.
You've met the type, haven't
Me?
you?
Oh, I know that sort.
Yeah.
Oh, I know that sort. I've met 'em.
Causing me great anxiety. You see, I'm a working man. I'm a tradesman. I got my own van.
Is that a fact?
He's supposed to be doing a little job for me. I keep him here to do a little job. But I don't know. I'm coming to the conclusion he's a slow worker. So what would your advice be?
Well, he's a funny bloke, your brother.
What?
I'm saying he's a bit of a funny bloke. Your brother.
Funny? Why?
Well, he's funny.
What's funny about him?
Not liking work.
What's funny about that?
Nothing.
I don't call it funny.
No, nor me.
You don't want to start getting hypercritical.
No, I wasn't that. I was only saying...
Don't get too
look,
glib.
all I meant was...
Cut it. Look, I got a proposition to make to you. I'm thinking of taking over the running of this place, you see. I think it could be run a bit more efficiently. I've got a lot of ideas, a lot of plans. How would you like to stay on here as caretaker?
What?
I'll be quite open with you. I could rely on a man like you around the place, keeping an eye on things.
Well, no. Wait a minute. I ain't never done no caretaking before, you know.
Don't matter about that. It's just that you look a capable sort of man to me.
I am a capable sort of man. I mean to say I've had plenty of offers in my time, you know. There's no getting away from that.
Well, I could see before, when you took out that knife, that you wouldn't let anyone mess around with you.
No one messes about me, mate.
I mean, you've been in the services, haven't you?
You what?
You've been in the services. You can tell by your stance.
Oh, yeah. I spent half my life there, man. Overseas, like, serving I was.
In the colonies, weren't you?
I was over there. I was one of the first over there.
That's it. You're just the man I've been looking for.
What for?
Caretaker.
Oh, yeah, well, look, listen. Who's the landlord here? Him or you?
Me. I am. I got the deeds to prove it.
Ah, well, listen, I don't mind doing a bit of caretaking. I wouldn't mind looking after this place for you.
Of course, we come to a small financial agreement, mutually beneficial.
Well, I'll leave you to reckon that out, like.
Thanks. There's only one thing.
What's that?
Can you give me any references?
Eh?
Just to satisfy my solicitor.
Oh, I got plenty of references. All I got to do is go down to Sidcup tomorrow. I've got all the references I want down there.
Where's that?
Sidcup? Sidcup. He ain't only got my references down there, he's got all my papers down there. I know that place like the back of my hand. I'm going down there anyway. See what I mean? I've got to get down there. or I'm done.
So we can always get hold of these references if we want them.
I'll be down there any day, I tell you. I was going down there today, but I'm waiting for the weather to break.
Ah.
Listen, you can't pick me up a pair of good shoes, can you? I've got a bad need for a good pair of shoes. I can't get anywhere without a good pair of shoes, see? Do you think there's any chance of you being able to pick me up a pair?
You said you wanted me to get you up.
What for?
You said you were thinking of going to Sidcup.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it'd be a good thing if I got there.
It doesn't look much of a day.
Oh, well. Well, that shot it, innit?
I didn't have a very good night again.
I slept terrible.
You were making...
Terrible. God. Had a bit of rain in the night, didn't it?
Just a bit.
I thought so. Come in on me head. Draughts blowing right in on me head anyway. Can't you close the window behind that sack?
You could.
Well then, what about it then? The rain's coming right in on me bleeding head.
Well, you've got to have a bit of air.
Listen, I've lived all me life in the air, boy. You don't have to tell me about air. What I'm saying is there's too much air coming in that window when I'm asleep.
It gets very stuffy in here without that window open.
Yeah, but listen, you don't know what I'm telling you. That bloody rain, man, come right in on me head. Spoils me sleep. I could catch my death of cold with it, with that draught. That's all I'm saying. Just shut that window, no one's going to catch any cold. That's all I'm saying.
I couldn't sleep in here without that window open.
Yeah, but what about me? What you got to say about my position?
Why don't you sleep the other way round?
What do you mean?
Well, sleep with your feet to the window.
Well, what good would that do?
Well, the rain wouldn't come in on your head.
No, I couldn't do that. I couldn't do that. I mean, I got used to sleeping this way. It isn't me as to change, it's that window. You see, look, it's raining now. Look at it. It's coming in now.
I think I'll have to go for a walk down the Goldhawk Road. I got talking to a man there. He had a saw bench. It looked in pretty good condition to me. I don't think it's much good to him. I'll have a walk down there, I think.
Cool, listen to that. That's done my trip to Sidcup. Hey, well, what about closing the window now? Go on, it'll be coming in here.
Close it for the time being.
What's all that under that tarpaulin out there?
Wood.
What for?
To build my shed.
You haven't come across that pair of shoes you was looking at for me, have you?
Oh, no. I'll see if I can pick up some today.
Well, I can't go out in this with these, can I? I can't even go out and get a cup of tea.
There's a cafe just along the road.
Well, that may be, mate.
I used to go in there quite a bit. Well, years ago now. But I stopped. I used to like the place. Spent quite a bit of time in there. That was before I went away. Just before. I think that place had a lot to do with it. They were all a good bit older than me. They used to listen. I thought they understood what I said. I mean, I used to talk to them. I talked too much. That was my mistake. Same in the factory. Standing there or in the breaks, I used to talk about things. And these men, they used to listen. Whenever I had anything to say, it was all right. The trouble was I used to have these hallucinations, all kind of hallucinations. They weren't hallucinations. I used to get the feeling I could see things very clearly. Everything was clear. Everything used to go quiet. Everything got very quiet. All this quiet and this clear sight. It was Oh, but maybe I was wrong. Anyhow, someone said, well, I must have said something. I don't know anything about it. And then some kind of lie must have gotten around. And this lie went around, and I thought the people started being funny in the cafe and the factory. I couldn't understand it. Anyway, one day they took me to hospital, right outside London. They got me there. I didn't want to go. Anyway, I tried to get out quite a few times, but it wasn't very easy. They asked me questions in there. Got me in, asked me all sorts of questions. Well, I told them. When, what they wanted to know, what my thoughts were. Then one day, this man, or doctor I suppose, the head one, he was quite a man of distinction, although I wasn't sure about that. He called me in, he told me I had something. He said, they'd concluded their examination. That's what he said. And he showed me a pile of papers, and he said that I've got something, some complaint. He just said that, you see. You've got this thing, that's your complaint. And we've decided, he said, that it's in your interests. There's only one course we can take, he said. But I can't exactly remember how he put it. He said, we've got to do something to your brain. He said, if we don't, you'll be in here for the rest of your life. But if you do, you stand a chance. You can go out, he said. You can live like all the others. Well, what do you want to do with my brain? I said to him. But he just repeated what he said. Well, I wasn't a fool. I knew I was a minor. I knew he couldn't do anything without getting permission. I knew he had to get permission from my mother. So anyway, I wrote to her. I told her what they were trying to do. But she signed their form. She signed their form, you see, giving them permission. I knew that because he showed me her signature when I brought it up. Well, that night I tried to escape. That night. I spent 5 hours sawing at one of the bars on the window in this ward. Right through the dark. Well, they used to shine a torch over the beds every half an hour, so I timed it right. And then I was nearly done, and a man, he had a fit right next to me, and they caught me anyway. About a week later, they started to come round and do this thing to the brain. We were all supposed to have it done in this ward. Well, they came round, they did it one at a time, one a night. I was one of the last. And I could see clearly what they did to the others. They used to come round with these... Well, I don't really know what they were. They looked like big pincers with wires on. The wires were attached to this little machine. It was electric. They used to hold the man down, and the chief doctor, used to fit the pincers, something like earphones. He used to fit them on one side of a man's skull. And then there was this man holding the machine, you see. He'd turn it on. And the chief, well, he'd just sort of press these pincers on either side of the skull. And he kept them there. And then he'd take them off. They'd cover the man up, and they wouldn't touch him again till later on. Some of them put up a fight. Most of them didn't. They just lay there. Well, they were coming round to me. And that night, well, they came up to me. I stood up against the wall. They told me to get on the bed. I knew they had to get me on the bed, because if they did it whilst I was standing up, they might break my spine. So I stood up, and then one of them came for me. Well, I was younger then. I was much stronger than what I am now. I laid one of them out. I had this other one round the throat, and then suddenly this chief, he had these pincers on my skull. I knew he wasn't supposed to do it whilst I was standing up. That's why anyway, he did it. So I did get out. I got out of the place, but I couldn't walk very well. I don't think my spine was damaged. That was perfectly all right. The trouble was my thoughts had become very slow. I couldn't think at all. I couldn't get my thoughts together. Oh, I could never quite get it together. Trouble was, I couldn't hear what people were saying. I couldn't look to the right or the left. I had to look straight in front of me because if I turned my head around, well, I couldn't keep it upright. And I had these headaches. I used to sit in my room. That was when I lived with my mother and my brother. He was younger than me. I laid everything out in order in my room, all the things I knew were mine, but I didn't die. Thing is, I should have been dead. I should have died. Anyway, I feel much better now, but I don't talk to people now. I steer well clear of places like that cafe. I never go into them now. I don't talk to anyone like that. I've often thought of going back and trying to find the man who did that to me, but I want to do something first. I want to build that shed out in the garden.